mic'd out, and that's why I said I need to start my stream. I was nervous about it, guys, if I kept streaming, but I thought I was run it back.
Hello, that's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't getting.
Let's get it.
First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke,
The Nick Foles era begins in Jacksonville.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. There's Nick Foles ready to bring out this Jacksonville offense. Nick was the MVP of Super Bowl 52, of course. Signed a big money deal to take over as a starting quarterback following the 5-year run of Blake Bortles, who wound up in L.A.
Here we go. Waiting.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Foles. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
You better be ready next Jacksonville.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Gets this one to Hill. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Once more the juke. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down.
I think Tyreek gonna have a bird, but
working from the gun, Mahomes dancing to his left. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Here's McCoy. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Powers through him. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's... And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Foles. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was set to Valve, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. The throw taken in by Cole. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A great return there of 22 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing now is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And this is caught by Watkins. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Mike, let's go. 44, Mike, 44.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. Second down and goal. Mahomes, Kansas City, touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Hill shedding the tackle. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Bang!
They're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Fournette, a first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Fighting through, and he's got space.
Now that was...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
A pass complete here to Conley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Complete to his tight end, South the valve. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30.
That's not yours. Oh, you taught that.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able...
Ooh. A nigga, I don't know what.
Get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
They kicked the field goal and gave me the ball back with 8 seconds left. Let's see how we can do this.
It's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return.
We are hungry. Feed me more. Real talk, I am hungry, no Captain.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup. Enough for a Chiefs first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Kill.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Got him.
Damn. Zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Flush to his right. That's complete to Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
This is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Jesus. We got to get him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags up. It's now time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That boy got hit. His ass almost killed himself. That was it.
Like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Shake him out. We out of now.
Hill shedding the tackle. He had his sights on the end zone. No doubt he's brought down after a huge return there. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow. Bandit.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Mahomes going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Mecole Hardman.
With his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys continue to pour it on.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Oh, yeah, guess what I got, Buzzy? I got backwards. You want to see him? Purple.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Oh, no.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and that'll bring up second down.
You know they wanted, they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third down. Now Foles. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He is going to find Hill here.
I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Nice play
Hit
for
him.
Kansas City,
As soon as I
picking
was
up the first
gonna
18
hit him with the
yards
shit.
Mahomes now on first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Flushed out right. That's caught. It's Thomas. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. First down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Foles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Foles now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Foles. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. Completes it to Lee. And a loose football.
Marquise Lee, boy. Come here, boy. I want to know if we go to Super Bowl, who's going to play?
What's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
Or go get that, really,
all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talk about this training camp.
Negative.
Take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
He's not in here.
There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
I got to chill him too hot. Hold on, stop the clock. Pulling up.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted.
That could have been intercepted, but wasn't.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
You think I should have set it?
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Sliding out of the pocket. Mahomes going to let this go and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown,
dang, but look at my team versus the Miami Dolphins.
A couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jaguars getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? and the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Hill on the return.
What? Huh? Nah, what you... Boy, watch out, boy.
Yards on the return.
Boy, I had to catch some Z's. What ball? What flower ball? That's not flour. That's just stuff that they made this. That's not steak. That was pork chop.
They're going to have an excellent field
You
position.
slow.
They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
No, chill out, real talk. My stomach already hurt. I feel like I'm feeling shit. No, not shit. I'm talking about like fart in this bitch.
And now here
The time
comes
for shit on my
Kansas City.
top of
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. But you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated 3 games in a row.
I got a four.
There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
To get to the house.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
They is
They're
not
just
gonna go
obviously
deep. They
getting
finna do all
shellacked here in this one,
sorts of
Charles.
run the ball.
What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again.
That's the end of the stream.